Look at us back at it with another 24-hour readathon. Hello friends, I'm Rosa, welcome to the channel. So, it's about 11 p.m. I've decided to basically read until I'm gonna go to sleep, which may not sound that impressive, but let me rephrase. I'm gonna read for 24 hours. I'm gonna skip this night. I'm just gonna sleep tomorrow. It's fine, because we're reading books, right? So, for this 24-hour readathon, I've decided I have 3 books. 3. I almost showed you 5. I can count, I swear. 3 books. First one that I want to read is Gallant by V.E. Schwab. It's a new release. It came out in March. I also want to read Only a Monster by Vanessa Len. This was actually one of my book club's book picks for April, and it's not too thick, so I figured it would work for a 24-hour readathon. And even though this was not a part of the plan, I'm gonna include it, but I'm gonna finish up Aurora's End. I am about 100 pages into it, I think. Yeah, just starting part 2. So I'm on page 95 out of 500. So I think I have like a total of 1,200 pages. A little bit optimistic, but alas, those are my plans. They may change. My TBRs are never fully set when I do 24-hour readathons, but I think it's a good thing to like have an idea going into it because you don't want to spend an hour trying to pick a book. So I might also read Heartstopper, actually, because I have that on my Kindle and I've had it for months and I've not read it yet, and I really want to read it because now there's also a Netflix series coming, so that is also maybe on my to-read list. But this is a little bit optimistic. As per usual, I am just reading as much as I can. I'm gonna start out with Gallant because it's currently night. It's dark outside. This is supposed to be read in one sitting, and I think it has horror vibes to it, so I really wanted to read it before it gets bright outside, which it does around like 5-6 a.m. or something right now. So we're gonna start out with this one. I'm so excited for it. This is also the Illumicrate edition, by the way, just in case you were wondering, which is why it looks like this. She's a little bit wonky, but it's fine. So yeah, those are my plans. As per usual, we're just gonna have a lot of fun. I'm gonna get very tired eventually, a little bit delirious, probably very confused about some of the stuff that I'm reading, but it's gonna be fun nonetheless. I can't wait to nerd out about these books with you. I hope you are ready to nerd out with me as well, and let's just have a cozy time. So let's get into this one. I think that's pretty much all I have to say starting this video, so let's just get started reading. I'm ready to tell you guys what the book is about. I'm about 80 pages into it, I think. But we follow Olivia Pryor. Also, this is filmed on my phone. The quality's not great. Let me see if I can get some lighting. Anyway, we follow Olivia Pryor, who is an orphan. She's been at an all-girls school and she can't speak. I think the word for that is mute. However, my first language is not English, so if I'm mistaken, I'm sorry. Do correct me in the comments, but I think she's mute. She communicates via sign language, at least. She's really unhappy at the school, but then one day she receives a letter from her uncle that basically summons her back to this mansion, estate, building, house, huge place where she was born and also where her mom disappeared. So she takes off to Gallant, which is what the estate is called, and when she arrives, she actually learns that her uncle has been dead for years, and the only family she has left at this building, at this estate, is her cousin. And there's weird stuff going on, like a lot of ghouls. A lot of talk about ghouls. By now, she's finally been told the rules as well. She's not supposed to leave her room at night. She's also noticed the wall outside, like in the garden. There's a wall that she's not supposed to cross, climb over, whatever you want to call that either. So we're getting a lot of spooky vibes from this. I definitely feel like it was the right choice to read this at night. All I need is like the moon, but it's not there. I tried to film it a minute ago, but it's not there. So anyway, so that is pretty much that's Gallant so far. I'm liking it, but I also really like V.E. Schwab's writing, and it's giving me spooky vibes, which is what I wanted from this. So lighting situation is a thing, but hi. We're improvising here. This is good though. So far, so good. I do want to say I have realized how much I appreciate dialogue after reading this. I appreciate representation, but I also appreciate dialogue. So feels a little bit weird not having a lot of it, but there is a bit of it because she is talking to the people at the estate. So just wanted to point that out, but I definitely kind of miss dialogue a little bit. So anyway, I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna update you guys later on this, and yeah, so far so good though. So, reading update. I finished Gallant literally like 2 minutes ago. I was almost about to say cute, like a cute little read. It was not cute. That's not to say anything negative about it though. It's just cute is not the word that I would use. But horror vibes, gothic, lots of talk about ghouls, which in this case is supposed to be like ghosts. Also talk about bones and blood and family and mysteries and stuff. So this was actually really lovely. Was it like an amazing read? No, I wouldn't say so, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. Definitely do see the whole point of like reading it in one go. It's a very short book. It was like 300 pages, but like 50 of them are, I'm not gonna tell you. So you kind of go through this a little bit quickly, and it should definitely be doable to read it in one sitting, I would say. I did. So yeah, definitely doable. But it was nice. Not my favorite book by V.E. Schwab, but like I said, not an amazing read. Still enjoyable though. I liked it. But I think I also kind of just like vibe with V.E. Schwab's writing. So if I had to pinpoint anything, it wouldn't be about her writing. It would more be about the story. But the story was like, you know, it was good and mysterious. So I don't know. I don't really have anything to say to it right now. I don't think. But it is between 3 and 4 a.m. So what I think I'm gonna do, because I actually feel myself getting incredibly tired already. So what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna place this right here. That's one book down. Are you falling over? Don't do that. I swear I just heard a noise coming from over here. Are you okay? It won't stop moving. Okay, what I think I'm gonna do though is possibly take a 2-3 hour sleep nap. I don't know, it's kind of like somewhere in between. Also because I'm actually getting book mail in the morning and I want to be awake for that, so I don't want to risk having to nap later when the post people could possibly show up at my door. That would suck. I know I'm finally receiving a book from Owl Crate that they sent me, and I think my April Fairy Loot box is also going to be here, although I won't be opening that in this video. I'll be opening it in another video, so but I still want to make sure that I get my hands on it so I don't have to go pick it up because that just sucks, you know. Anyway, so I think that's what I'm gonna do now, also because the sun basically rises in like 2 hours, so I just want to make sure I get a little bit of sleep before that happens. And then after that, I think either I'm gonna read Heartstopper, which should be a fast read, or I'm gonna jump into Only a Monster. Not really fully set on which one yet. I don't know. I was about to ask, what do you think? But like, that's not gonna help right now. Yeah, we're definitely tired. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I will see you guys on the other side of my little nap. You can also hear it on my voice. Like, it's just, it sounds off. I need a little bit of sleep. Yes. Stop making noises. My book is haunted. Everything's fine. Cheery. Magic. Okay, 1 book down, 2 to go. Maybe 3. Undecided. Hi. So it's currently a little bit past 12. I had to sleep for longer than I really wanted, but I've been so tired. I am still so tired. Can you see my very messy kitchen in the background? Let's ignore her. Anyway, halfway through Only a Monster, which I'll get back to in just a second, because are you just far away? Hi. Okay, a little bit closer, right? But I just got these. So they're not the monthly boxes. As you can see, they're from Owl Crate. Oh, it's from Owl Crate. They are special editions that they've sent me. One of them has literally been stuck in customs for 2 weeks. I've had to fight with the delivery company to get them to release it to me, which a whole process. I don't want to get into it, but I think we should open these now because I really want to see these special editions. I know one of them will be a little bit funny because you'll see in a second, and the other one will be the one that's been stuck in customs for literally 2 weeks. So wow, okay, we got a lot of this stuff. Oh, she's so cute. Okay, maybe cute is not, I can't, maybe cute is not the right word. So they sent me Gallant, special edition of Gallant, which is funny because I just read it in this video. Oh gosh, so scared of accidentally doing something. Signed by Schwab. Right there, we have a little signature. I'm gonna save this somewhere. Well, here she is. So this is a special edition of the US cover. The one that I have is kind of funny mix between the US and the UK. It's the Illumicrate Special. What? Illumicrate Special Edition. This has black spray edges, which goes really well with this book right now. It's so squared, like that is so squared. Hold on. It's shorter than a small hardback, as you can see up here, but it's like wider than a small hardback. Quite funny. I want to see, ooh, if you don't want to see like foiling on it and also the end papers, you can skip ahead to this timestamp, but I just want to show you, there should be, ooh, which makes total sense now that I've just read the book. Okay, so we have foiling here, gold foiling on a black book. Looks really nice. It says, "There must always be a prior at the gate." Makes sense now that I've just read the book. That's really funny. The dust jacket has like a funny finish to it. I don't think it would show up on camera, so I'm not gonna try. And the end papers, I don't know if they're exclusive to Owlcrate, but they look like this. I don't want to open the book too much. Or should we do it? Should we play that sound? Should we do it? That is a satisfying sound. Okay. And when you open completely new hardcovers, they make that sound. Yeah, that's a satisfying sound. Oh, that's funny. The chapter art is also different in my Illumicrate version. So this one has like little lines up here. I'll get my Illumicrate, you can see in them next to each other, because this one has like, as you can see, it's like a mix of the US and the UK cover, but the hands here with the circles, every chapter has that around the number. So I was wondering if that was a thing that was going to be in all the versions, but it's obviously not. So this is funny though, because it's like this is the same book. It looks so much bigger. I don't know what it is. It just looks so much bigger. She's like tiny. She's super tiny. But these are, I believe, still available on Owlcrate's website, so I'll link to that in the description box down below. Also, just, I don't know, just in case, if you're interested, you can use my code and actually get 15% off of your first subscription with them. Because like I said, they did send me these. I'm currently a rep with them, so I don't earn anything if you use my code. It's basically just for your gain. Like, I don't earn anything. It's not an affiliate code or anything like that. So anyway, there's a couple more things in this box actually. Okay, so there's a bookmark, or a woodmark I should call it. It says, "I can shape death, but you can give it life." Also a quote from the book. Should have used that when I read it, but it's too late now. And we have some art too. Looks like this, and the other one, it looks like this. I'm guessing that's Olivia. No, that's Thomas, and this is Olivia. So yeah, Thomas is the cousin who's like doing stuff on the ground. But that was the first one. This is the one that's been stuck in customs for the longest time. And I'm really, really excited for this one. Like really, really excited for it. Got more of this again. It's kind of just all over the place. It's fine. So they also sent me Blood Cyan by Deborah Fallet. Ooh, and it has orange sprayed edges. I know I have another version of this incoming actually literally today. I can't. Also a signed book plate. Also came with a woodmark. It says, "They wanted me to be a monster. I will be the worst monster they ever created." It looks like this. Quite pretty. See, it's an exclusive cover, but I can't tell the difference because there's quite a lot going on it. There's a lot of colors. Usually I'm pretty good at spotting the differences, but there's a lot of colors on this cover, so I'm not really sure what they changed. Do love the orange sprayed edges. Orange edges is not something that I see a lot. I have it on like my Delilah Green Doesn't Care, which really surprised me. That was my first book with orange edges. Like I have so many red and black. Those are very common colors for sprayed edges. No foiling on this one, no inside dust jacket art. But this has been like super hyped, like so insanely hyped. I've had my eyes on it since like sometime last year. So I'm very happy that Owl Crate sent me this. I am so excited to read it at some point. I'm gonna see if I can find a spot. Blue. The spine is blue. I'll figure it out. But yeah, 24-hour readathon, new bookmarks, and new special editions. This is a great day. This is an amazing day. I really like today. It's also my best friend's birthday, so today just is a good day. Anyway, gonna talk a little bit briefly about Only a Monster, simply because I know that I did not tell you guys what this book is about before I started it, but since I'm like 220 pages into it, I feel like I can tell you guys now. Someone's doing gardening outside and it's really distracting. We follow our girl whose name is Joan, and she lives in London with her family. Her grandma has like continuously told her that they're monsters throughout her life, and Joan's just been like, yeah, so funny, grandma. All the jokes, monsters, yeah, right. Until one day something happens and basically Joan is pushed forward by half a day. I don't know if that makes sense. Like she basically just skips half a day. So she goes home, she's like, I don't know what happened. And her grandma is like, I told you, we're monsters. We can time travel. How they do this is basically by taking the time off of other people. So she's taken half a day. Like, she shortened a man's life by half a day. Joan and her family, they're called the Hunts, also have this rivaling monster family called the Olivers. So that's a thing. And then one day, I'm just gonna check if it's in the synopsis. Okay, but one day this thing happens, which spirals into a thing. There's also this dude called Nick that Joan has basically worked with, and she's had a crush on him for the longest time. She misses a date with him and stuff, but anyway. Turns out Nick is a monster hunter, and Joan's gonna have to fight him along with this guy from the Oliver family called Aaron. And as someone says I almost said in the video, in the book, it's a little bit of Romeo and Juliet and then mixed with some monster hunting, I suppose. Van Helsing, I don't know. And time travel. This is very, very original. I'm liking it, loving it so far. So 220 pages in. We're getting to some good stuff now. I am not gonna spoil anything. I need to get away from this window so that I can avoid seeing people doing gardening work. Frankly, it's warm outside today. They're taking off their clothes. I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna go read my book. Yeah, bye. Oh, by the way, it's all very innocent out there. Just wanna point that out. Yeah, I'm gone now. Okay. I broke my book. I know, how terribly rude of me. I don't even know what happened. I gotta like glue it together or something. I don't even know if I can do that, but I'm gonna try. So anyway, I just sneezed, so if it looks like I'm crying, it's because of that, not because of the book. Just to get that out of the way. But anyway, I enjoyed this. Not much of a cliffhanger ending. It's the first in what I believe is a trilogy. Doesn't really read that much as a trilogy, to be honest, which I like personally because when it comes to YA, I like that often you just kind of jump into it. Like if I pick up a YA book, I know that it's going to be fast paced. Oh gosh, I looked at the back for a second and only saw this and I thought I'd turn the book upside down the whole time. I thought I was sitting like this the whole time. Anyway, so I appreciate it not being like super info dumpy. I think it also helps that it is an urban fantasy. It takes place in London, so there's not like world building in that way. The main part of it is that you're introduced to these families and they all have different powers, and then, you know, there has to be a little bit of explanation of how the time travel thing works. but it's fine. It's not that hard to understand. I don't think I explained it very well, but when I said that time travel works like you take half a day from another person and then half of their day disappears, I meant like they lose half a day at the end of their life. So like you shorten their life by however much you take. And that's why these people are monsters and villains, and so not good people, if you will. It's basically about them finding the hero and then figuring out what is going on with all of this. There are some things that I really don't want to mention, so I'm just not going to, but I did enjoy this immensely. It was really cool, very original and unique. It does not read that much like a debut to me, but I'm also super tired, so I might be missing something, but I feel like it was well crafted. I enjoyed this quite a lot. So yeah, thank you to my patrons for choosing this for me. I gotta fix this book. I have literally never had this happen before. I have no idea. I think it's because I had to hurry and get up because the delivery company came by with my fairy loot box. So I just kind of had to hurry a little bit. And I might have been a little bit rough on her, I'm so sorry. Kind of sucks when this is why I don't read special editions. This is why, because stuff like that doesn't necessarily happen all the time, but it can happen. Yes, it's never happened to me before, but it can happen. Yes. So I have about 8 hours left of the readathon. You can probably tell on my eyes, I am so tired. I am binging candy to stay awake at this point. But I really want to finish Aurora's End. I think I have like 400 pages. 420? That's about 400. Yeah, 400 pages, so that should be doable. Depends on how much I'm gonna struggle staying awake, because if my eyes are gonna close every 30 seconds, it might be a little bit difficult to read. But I want to at least get close to the ending of this. I think I might read Heartstopper as well. I don't really know. Decisions, because I really want to read Heartstopper too. What do you do? What do you do? Maybe read a little bit of this and then reassess or something. I don't really know. And my apartment is like warm. Let's just put it like that. I am melting in here. You might be wondering, if you're melting, why are you wearing a sweater? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But anyway, so that's 2 books down, and I'm gonna go into Aurora's End or continue with it. So that one I already know what's, like, I'm not gonna tell you what Aurora's End is about, so the 3rd one, but I will tell you what the 1st book is about, because I don't want to spoil anything for you. Essentially, it takes place in space, but in like year 2377 or something like that in the future. We follow, it's a squad. But we start out by following a guy called Tyler, who's going to this, like, let's just call it an exam. It's not really an exam, but details. However, the night before, he can't fall asleep, so he decides to go out into space and, you know, just fly around a little bit, as you do, very casual. And he comes across kind of like an abandoned ship in space, but his radar is like, there's a survivor on this ship, so he ends up saving her. Her name is Aurora, and it turns out that she's been asleep on this ship for like 200 years. So he brings her back to this academy where they are. He's assigned a squad. He's late, so he's kind of assigned a squad of misfits, but they're all lovable misfits. I just want to say that. Love this squad to bits. And basically, one thing leads to another, and suddenly the whole, how do you phrase this? The future of the universe rests on their shoulders. Yeah, I know, that escalated, but that's what it's about, so that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, can be a little bit confusing at times, but I do feel like that might be because I'm not like super acquainted with science fiction, if you will. It's definitely not the genre that I read the most. That would be fantasy. But this is kind of like science fiction fantasy, so I do feel like that helps a bit. But my favorite part of these books are definitely the characters, because I just love their chemistry. I love how unique they all are, and just seeing them being a little bit crazy, it's fun. So, but yeah, that is basically it. I will update you guys again when I have an update for you. I am desperately trying to convince myself to not go read in bed right now. Even though I really want to, but no, because I will most definitely fall asleep. So back on the couch I go, but so far so good. I'll keep you guys updated. I have hit a crisis, okay? It's a proper crisis. I am so tired. My eyes kind of like, I think it's the makeup. It's just constantly getting in my eyes. But I hate taking off makeup. My eyes turn super red when I do, so I don't want to take it off before I go to bed. However, I hit a little bit of a crisis with Aurora's End, not because it's not good, but just because I can't focus. So I'm like 170 pages into it. I only read like 70 pages. What I will do is I'll make sure to finish this before I wrap up this video, so I'll still include it, also because I'm still gonna read a little bit of this in bed before I lay down to sleep. But instead of reading Aurora's End, I was both watching Family Feud on YouTube. I don't know, that's just funny, I can't help it. But I also read Heartstopper Vol I, which is so cute. Like, I did not know, I just knew that I wanted to read it before the Netflix show is out. I like having shows that I can kind of watch or have running in the background while I'm working on something, whether it's editing or recording or whatever. And I feel like I would like that show to be running in the background, but I also prefer to read the books before I watch the movie or the shows. So I'm happy that I did that tonight. However, the ending had me like, my mood swapped like, so I bought the second one as well. And I'm gonna read that before I sleep too. Luckily, they're very fast reads. I think it took me half an hour, which I don't even think is fast or slow. I think it's just like mediocre for it. They are graphic novels. I'm pretty sure most of you know Heartstopper, but if you don't, they're young adult contemporary romances. It's about a boy and a boy that become friends despite, I mean, I wouldn't really say that they're super different though. One is a little bit shy and the other one is kind of extroverted, if you will, but like as for hobbies and stuff, they get along really well. Like, they like things. It's just that one's maybe better at, you know, Mario Kart than the other one is. But in that way, in regards to hobbies and stuff, it's not like they're super different. They're just so cute. And Charlie, being a shy little bean when he likes someone, is so relatable. So I loved it. I thought it was cute. I was laughing at my book, or more specifically my iPad. I was awing, I was like, what? I was raging. So I'm gonna go into volume 2 as well before I get some shut-eye, but that's gonna happen, sorry for the noise. That's gonna happen soon, because your girl's tired. My eyes don't really function anymore. They're super pink and like running, like constantly watering up. Tearing up, that's what it's called. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna enjoy it, and I will update you once I have time to sit down and do so. Also, because tomorrow is going to be a busy day. I have a Fairy Loot unboxing to record and a whole Sims video to record and edit and everything, so we're a little bit busy here, but I will most definitely update you in a couple of days and wrap this video up, see if I missed anything, which I don't think I did, but just in case I did. So yeah, I'll see you then. So it's been a couple of days. And by a couple, I may mean a little bit more than a couple. It's been a busy week. However, I managed in the meantime to edit most of this video, so I know what I've said about the other books, and I feel like I've covered them as much as I can throughout this video. I'll be covering them in my monthly wrap-up at the start of the next month as well, so that'll be like next week. But before I went to sleep that day, that faithful day, I did my 24-hour readathon. I read Heartstopper Vol II. I've also read Heartstopper Vol III. I don't know if I did that the next day or when I did it, but I have. Listen, these two guys, I'm happy that I still have Volume 4 to read because I love them. They're so cute. They make me feel all warm and fuzzy, but at the same time, those graphic novels also touch on some pretty sensitive and important subjects to touch on. So it's not just like rainbows and cuteness, you know, there's like more to it as well. Not that there's anything wrong with rainbows and cuteness. I just appreciate that there's some other subjects as well. So I've been enjoying those a lot. Have still not watched the TV show on Netflix. Or the TV show? Do people still say that? The series on Netflix. Haven't watched it yet, but I'm planning to very soon. I just need time. And then I also finished Aurora's End. This one took me a little bit longer, but still gonna include it in this video because I was reading it throughout the 24-hour readathon. This trilogy it's not perfect. but I appreciate that it's fast-paced with unique characters that are so different from each other that like you could read from one chapter and still know who you're reading from. And I really love that when authors really know how to like make the whole inner dialogue, inner monologue and whatever when they're talking, thinking and stuff, make it so different from each other that you don't actually need to read the title to know whose point of view that you're reading from. I love that. This is part of the reason why the characters are so unique to themselves. They also have different roles that are very like, you could almost call them a little bit caricature, but I'm fine with that. Like, I have no issues with that whatsoever. The most important, or not important, but the part that I like the most about these books, this trilogy, is aside from the characters, their relationships, which I mean you could kind of argue is also got to do with the characters, but it's found family and I love that. I love it. It's just, I don't know how to, I just do, okay? I don't need to justify it. I just love found family and seeing these misfits come together and just kind of get to know each other and become this family is so heartwarming and I just love it. And then of course we have all the action as well going on and all the problems and the drama and everything is just kind of going a little bit crazy in this universe, but I'm still getting fuzzy feelings because found family, so love that. Yep, love it. There were certain points to this one that felt a little bit, not necessarily long drawn, but less fast-paced. Yeah, a little bit repetitive. If you've read the book, you would completely know what I mean. I'm trying to phrase this in a way so that it won't spoil anything whatsoever. But there were some repetitive parts that I feel like could have maybe been cut down a little bit. There were certain points to this that felt a little bit foreseeable. No, that's not what it's called. Predictable. Yes, predictable. And the ending could have gone in so many different directions, but one of the ones they went with is actually kind of almost the one that I feel like would have been almost the worst. So I just have a thing against this specific kind of ending, but that's just me personally. I don't think any of you know what I'm actually talking about, but I'm not gonna say it. Like, even if you've read the book, you probably still don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just not gonna say it because spoilers. So I did have a little bit like a okay kind of moment at the ending. However, I did enjoy the whole ride getting there. So yeah, it was very interesting and it was fun. Most of all, it was fun. I was laughing out loud a lot while reading these books. So if you are looking for a fast-paced young adult sci-fi trilogy, these were not bad, not at all. That totally sells it, doesn't it? Not bad. Yeah. Okay, moving on. So I think that is it for this 24-hour readathon. However, I'll be doing another one next month if I can fit it into my plans, which should be doable, but we will see. I'm not gonna make any promises. However, I enjoy making these videos so much, and also just taking, technically it's 2 days to just read, but let's just call it a day. It's just planning and stuff. But anyway, I enjoy just taking this time out of my month as well to just read. So I enjoy making them. I hope you guys are enjoying watching them as well, but we'll see if I can fit another one into next month's plans. So, but anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this one. If you have read any of the books that I read in today's video, yeah, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you thought of them. If you enjoyed it, feel free to hit the thumbs up. And also if you want to stick around and nerd out about books with both me and everyone in the comments, definitely consider hitting the subscribe button. But that is all I got today. So I'm gonna go have my dinner now. I hope you all enjoyed this video and I will see you all in the next one.